You may not even go out. I'm not going to, unless they take a pull.
I say I won't.
I guess.
LC Flight Control.
Go ahead.
Step 4.170. Primary address SecX file address underscore Alpha Victor 032 underscore 11 with STL-CRC Bravo 1 Charlie 6 has been received and is ready to load into the FTINU.
Proceed with load.
Roger.
I'm not renting another camera next year. I'm not throwing away another $100. So my goal is going to have this one camera, and I want it just for remote. So that puts us down one camera. So
that's fine. Just going back and forth between the lines right here. I'm always kind of
same.
that's what I'm trying to work.
There's zero chance. Yeah. I broke down.
All right, I'll take it.
Need to be sound verified. Roger.
Yeah, we're going to be in phase 2 real soon. Oh, I have to drive home in this junk. Oh, no, I don't, because I have to wait for remote. Awesome.
Think we're going temperature this morning?
Well, I hope so. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get out there and get my camera. I say that like I could actually make something happen. I know I should have had that GoPro in its waterproof housing. I'll do it next time. All I have to do is cut a slit in the side of it for the cable. Or the back, I mean, yeah.
Cut a slit in the back. Well, usually you get a GoPro case that's the one that is not sealed. Did you buy a GoPro new?
Yeah.
You get the two back covers.
Yeah.
One of them's sealed, one of them's not.
But
Take the one that's not, cut it. Then it doesn't matter. If you take the sealed one, cut it.
Well, I didn't realize that other one wasn't sealed.
Yeah, it's got two big holes in the back.
Oh, okay.
It's for so you can get audio in there.
Do that.
And just cut out where the connector is. Don't put the whole thing in.
We can put duct tape over that. Put the connector on.
Yeah.
Keep out the water.
Yeah. Remember that there's like a little bar that goes across?
Yeah.
There's a little foam in there. That's why you don't want to cut it all the way, because that foam is the hole that pushed to the front.
Right.
You said just the where the
LC Flight Control.
Go ahead.
Spacecraft 178. Primary address file has been loaded into the SCNU and verified. SecX file address underscore Alpha Victor 032 underscore 11 with STL CRC Bravo 1 Charlie 6.
Roger.
This was all coming up from that. I think it's part of that same one as well.
All the way to the west end too.
Yeah. All the way down to the left, yeah.
LCRC 1. Go ahead. Range LCCs are a violation of Rule 3 Alpha, Cumulus Cloud Rule 2 Alpha Lightning Rule, and attached Amble Rule 4 Charlie at this time. Roger.
Any rules not to go now? 2, 3, or 4. Like how somebody left that tower in day mode. Notice how much brighter it is? That strobe is in day mode. See that the ones on the right are a lot dimmer? Yeah, on the left is like bam! It's in day mode.
Turn the camera just like you see other.
Look at the panels. Look at that.
That would be cool.
There's a second.
I don't like to be called Swift, it's like on Swift. I think this one is phase 2 then.
This shit is moving more north than west.
Well, I just say 2 weeks to be up.
That's why you opened the door.
You didn't have a diaphragm. Yeah, coming.
At T-minus 4 minutes at holding, this is Atlas Launch Control. To ensure RBSP's instruments will work as planned in the rugged terrain of Earth's Van Allen belt, the 2 probes went through inspections, testing, and processing at NASA's Kennedy Space Center. Up next is a look at some of the work that went into preparing the probes and the Atlas V rocket for this morning's flight.
The Radiation Belt Storm Probes mission will see NASA send a pair of identical spacecraft to soar through the invisible bands of radiation that surround the Earth to find out more about their behavior. Before the probes could make that big leap into orbit, though, they had to make a less demanding but equally important jaunt to Florida. There they were assembled and connected to the rocket that will loft them into orbit. Built by the Applied Physics Laboratory in coordination with NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Maryland, the probes arrived in canisters inside a cargo aircraft at Kennedy Space Center in Florida in May. They were taken to Astrotech, where they could be processed inside a clean room for launch. Technicians bolted solar panels and accompanying instrument booms to the bodies of both probes during their work. Those attachments were tested, and the satellites were also spun on a special table to make sure they would be stable in space. Satisfied with the testing, technicians next stacked the dual spacecraft and placed a payload fairing around the pair. During the early part of launch, the fairing protects the spacecraft from aerodynamic heating and other stresses. While the two spacecraft moved through processing, technicians with United Launch Alliance readied an Atlas V to deliver the two RBSP satellites into space. The Centaur upper stage arrived first, coming to Cape Canaveral in May aboard the Delta Mariner ship and being taken to a processing hangar for launch preparations. The Atlas V first stage with its RD-180 engines attached came next, arriving at Port Canaveral in June and heading to a hangar for processing. In July, workers hoisted the first stage onto the launch platform at Space Launch Complex 41 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. The Centaur, a rocket stage with a long history of successfully deploying probes to the farthest reaches of the solar system, was lifted and attached next. The RBSP spacecraft came next. Still tucked inside their payload fairing, a convoy rolled the probes through Kennedy and to the launch pad. As the sun rose, workers lifted the fairing onto the top of the rocket. Technicians locked the fairing into place, setting the stage for launch. The two RBSP spacecraft will remain inside the protective nose cone until they pass into the upper reaches of the atmosphere. As they achieve orbit, the top RBSP spacecraft will separate from its twin. The second probe will fly on its own a few minutes later. When the mission is complete, researchers hope to have a detailed study of the radiation belts surrounding this planet.
Yeah, with all the lightning around. Because we were at, was it the Atlas that blew up when we were all there? We were coming in, weren't you?
RCO and OSM hold fire switches are in the proceed position.
All standing up here, they're launching the
Ready to proceed.
stuff, and then we couldn't see some of the guys fighting to get to the bus. And then when we walk on the
Perform launch on time
bus,
verification.
everybody started like, unofficially apologizing to each other for the
For
pushing
shoving,
and shoving.
for stepping over people. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your back.
Then we were on the fire tower one time. Yeah, the one when we were on the 3 seconds. Nobody's ever heard it before, you know. And again, there was all these polite apologies about, I wasn't really going to push you off the ladder.
It looked like I was